and welcome to the show. Now, a little used feature of Forza Motorsport, certainly by us at least, is the game will automatically upgrade your vehicles to various classes. Now, while the upgrade system on this game is a steaming pile of crap, pretty much, it does still have the feature in which the cars can auto-upgrade. Now, these are often built wonky and weird and not at all how we would build them, and they often aren't particularly fast. But what would happen if we would take cars that we already have leveled up in our garage and let the game auto-upgrade them, and then we'd go racing to see what undrivable messes might have come out of it. For our first race, we are in B class. I have got a Ford Falcon, which is actually being pretty well built. I'm happy with my vehicle. It's got weight reduction, it's got race tyres, it's got big race tyres as well, so I'm feeling fairly happy. Now, the grid's set in reverse P. I ordered the cars that couldn't quite make it to the top of the class, starting further towards the front. I'm going to be just a little bit... I mean, this Falcon, as much as I like it... Oh, I'm in the... I missed a shift as well. It's not got a race gearbox, got to remember that. Anyway, sorry, yes, this Falcon. It is generally struggled to make it faster in this one. I feel like in this race, because I'm one of the very few cars fitted with race tyres, I might stand half a chance. Although we've had a bit of an iffy start. There's been a fair bit of contact. Stevie's going to appear on the road, as is Coffee. We will try and sweep around the outside. If we're going to win this, we've got to chase down Danger Man. Oh, Gliska's underfueled. It happens all the bloody... We had lobby crashes before this race started, and yeah, we had underfueling issues. Right. We're going to cross the line in 10. We are 6 seconds down on the leader. Are we going to be able to do anything about catching up to the man of danger? We're going to pass a Ewan. We're going to think about passing a Stevie. Couldn't quite do it down there. Now, I started on the back row with the S2000. We unfortunately had a bit of a scruffy first lap. Oh, these other cars do not quite have the grip that we do. We're going to make it 3 wide. Did not really want to make it 3 wide through the middle of all of that. We ended up getting forced in there. Rusky's car does not look very easy to drive at all. Stevie is having a look through there, but just cannot put the power down in the same way. Danger Man is pulling away up at the front. I think we may have pace if we get out of traffic. That's going to be the real trick. I mean, it is one of the things to consider when picking a car a little bit for this. The auto upgrade does not always take you all the way to the top of the class. So if you reckon you've got a good car that's a couple of PI under, the spot on the grid could be very helpful to you. Can we? I mean, I'm probably aiming for a podium. I think the podium would be a good outcome for us if we can get it. But the second's quite a long way in the distance as well here. We'll do what we can. Really, we'll do what we can with the Falcon. We're catching up to Blakey and Longbow. Grumples is in the Pontiac. I'm not actually sure who's in the other Lexus. I think it's in Pega, actually, driving the IS there. Where are we going to find a way past? I mean, we should be pretty fast in a straight line. That would be my hope here. Nicely does it through here. We're right on the back of the Honda. Okay, let's try and chase down something. Let's try and get a pass done towards the end of this lap, or I guess the start of the next one. Maybe into turn 1's probably where we're weakest, though, of all the possible corners. Blakey's going to go defensive. We're going to... I'm not really going to try and go around the outside necessarily. Oh, no, too much speed through there. Blakey's going to get to the inside of Longbow. We are going to try and follow on that line if we can, which is close to being able to make it work. No. Well, maybe actually, because we've got so much grip mid-corner, we can shove it up the inside into the next part and then hope I've got the power on the exit to make this one stick. We're having a good fun battle between a selection of weird cars. So this not here are close. Danger Man is still enjoying that lead. Yeah, I mean, having built such a big lead on their own, that has helped out massively. Oh, we're going to help a Honda around the penultimate corner again. Not going to be able to do anything, though, down here. Grumples is now past Impega. Whether that is going to last, though, is a good question. Not sure who's in second or what they're driving. It's going to be too wide into the first corner. I'm looking to get a good exit here, which we are, but where do we go with it? It's sort of just a follow Blakey almost at the moment. We'll go down a gear. Longbow's trying to get involved. Oh, we're going to make it 3 wide here. That's fine. Oh, there's almost space on the outside for us. Blakey's going to go a little bit wide in all of that. We are still here. We're going to try and find our way past Impega without losing out to a Longbow. That's the trick here. If we fight too much, Grumples is going to get away, I fear. But of course we're... I don't know if the Lexus is faster than us. Oh, in a straight line. We've got so much more mid-corner speed than the Lexus. Christ. That's how much speed we've got, because we've just got the tyres. We've got the traction to put our power down. The Lexus doesn't. So it just catches me out how much quicker we are in some places, how much quicker we get on the power out of some of these corners. Right, into turn number 1 we head. Longbow had a look, couldn't do it. We may be able to have a look up the inside here. It's always a sort of closing gap, that one. Sensibly does it, though, through all of this one. We are now on the outside of the Lexus. We are past the Lexus, and we are up into 4th. Can we catch the Pontiac now? So Gliska and Ewan have both come out of the pits. Well, I presume they've both been in the pits. Either that or Ewan's car is absolutely garbage. I'm going to guess they may have both had the same issue, a game crash, changed their fuel levels, and it's so easy to forget / not realise about the fuel level thing. So, yeah, they are down at the back. We are now clear of traffic. We have got 1 lap. Well, we've got 1 lap to try and catch Grumples, and I don't think we're going to be 2 seconds a lap faster. If we could have found a way past Impega sooner, then maybe there could have been something that we could do down here. As it stands, though, it is not looking likely, but I'll give it everything we got through here, as much as I dare. We've not really had a lap on our own to almost learn this car and learn this track. I don't know this track amazingly well, but I certainly don't know this car all that well. Oh, we have caught up, actually. I mean, I think we have got genuinely quite a lot of pace in this, but stuck in traffic, it was difficult to utilise, and we're going to, unfortunately, unless there is a big moment for the Pontiac, which considers only 1 corner to go, I think is unlikely, we're going to have to settle for 4th. Nothing that we could really do on that one. Yeah, we needed to get through the traffic a little bit better. We are clear. It's going to be Longbow that comes home in 5th by the looks of it. Damn. Damn and blast. Dear. The Subaru, it's a BRZ, Liam in 2nd, was quick around there. BMW, actually, when the BMW started on pole and was pretty rapid over the course of the lap. Yeah, would have been interesting to see what we could have done. Actually, had we been clear of some of the traffic? But yeah, the Nissan race car, I'm going to guess, is very horrible to drive. The Mini didn't work. The Coronet didn't really work either. Even if we ignore the fueling issues, it was just not the best. Some other cars, Puma didn't really enjoy it. Neither did the Corvette. Clio was quite fast. We got tangled up with that one. Yeah, it was a fun race. It was fun, a fun battle for a lot of that. I'll take it. The Falcon, yeah, certainly not bad choice. We move to A-Class for our next race. Oh, we are all the way at the back of the grid. So apparently my car has the highest PI and all that good stuff. I'm driving the 911 GT3. I figured it's quite a good handling car. Unfortunately for me, there is no race tyres involved, which is going to be a problem. We're at Suzuka. I'm likely to be an understeery ferry, really. I mean, the plus point for my car is it is quite light. It has full weight reduction. It has relatively big rear tyres, which is good. But yeah, we're on street tyres, and that is just not going to be good enough, I don't think. Although a lot of cars are in similar positions on street and sport tyres. Ewan's car was all crossed up. I've got quite a lot of oversteer in it. I was actually expecting this to understeer like crazy, and it's actually not. It's got more oversteer than I was expecting from the vehicle. I don't know what's happened to Liam. Not sure. I don't think I made contact with them, but there we go. Gliska is leading the way as we head through. Oh, 3 wide through here is asking for trouble, but I do want to kind of sneak my way past if I can. We want to get out of all of this if possible. We do not have the power in a straight line compared to some of these cars. That Supra's got some 600 horsepower. Supra's incredibly powerful in this one. Oh, the Camaro's turned up. Hello, don't mind me. We were having a look. Well, I say we were having a look. We were trying to hold on. Oh, yeah. I mean, we have got some speed. I'm struggling to use it a little bit, being stuck side by side. Don't think Danger Man's going to have the grip. Oh, I've not got the grip to get my car stopped down into Spoon. I'm not the only one going, oh, I want to get back on the circuit. I'm sorry, Ewan. I do want to try and get back on the circuit at some point. I thought I was further clear of that Alpine, to be honest with you. Right, Gliska leads the way, and I have forgotten what they were driving in this one, but they are up at the front. We are closing in on a Clio, but not going to be able to do anything into 130R. Don't know how fast we can go through there, but the lack of race tyres is a problem. Well, the terrible tyres on this car is a problem. Oh, Danger Man on the outside, wheel on the grass, not stopping. Well, we're all getting held up through here. Rusky's got a bit of lag as well, which is really making that sketchy to deal with. Okay, we are out of all of that mess. Let's go chase down a Clio, maybe into turn 1. Can we get the pass done here? Oh, almost. Not quite. Not quite. We've just not got the brakes to really do anything. That's the issue here. Is you can't just fire it up the inside of other cars, because I just cannot get stopped between the braking and, I'm going to presume, that the tyres compound not helping. I just cannot get past the Clio at the moment. The Danger Man's quick in a straight line, but struggles through the S's with the Camaro. That's maybe not a big surprise that would have those issues, shall we say. Oh, there we go. We're better through that. Yeah, we're quite good through that first section. Oh, I think quite good. In relative terms, we are not too shabby through there. Unlike the Falcon, we're not really being able to make big gains forward. We'll sneak up the inside of the Clio and then immediately get ourselves in trouble with a big slide, although the Clio not quite close enough to do anything about it. Oh, Danger Man early on the brakes up here. I'm guessing it has to be with that car. Right. Out the hairpin we go. I think we may be locked in this battle for 9th. I don't know if we're really catching cars ahead, going to be able to catch cars ahead all that much. You never know, though. If they get stuck in fights, it is quite possible that we may see some more. It does look like they are fighting quite a lot up ahead. Come on, Porsche. We can do this. We can chase down a Camaro, chase down an Aston Martin, and various other vehicles. We are faster out of Spoon this time around. Can I get alongside? Can I cause Danger Man issues into 130R? We can't. We're not going to be that quick, unfortunately. We should be faster through here than the Camaro. God, that scared the crap out of me a little bit. I knew it was going to break earlier than me. Didn't realise where it was going to break. Oh, Stevie is struggling with the big Audi. We did think that one might struggle in all of this. I'm looking and looking and looking. Oh, we got the car connected on the bumper of Danger Man's as we got... Oh, blimey neck, what a shadow. Where was Shadow going? Shadow was all over the place on the exit there. Yes, we've got so much traction out of that chicane in comparison to the Camaro. We are a little bit wide into turn 1. We've got to really slow it down for the mid part here. Again, we have got good traction out of these corners, so that is going to be partly due to some big tyres and partly, of course, due to the engine being at the back. So the Porsche is going to have great traction, so it does fire off these corners very quickly. Suzuka probably not the best place, really, to make the most of. We'd already stopped starty circuit. Porsche would probably be very handy. Around here, well, I mean, I say the understeers, it's not as bad as I thought it might be. It's certainly not the easiest car in the world to drive. It's inconsistent and scary, I feel, is the best way to sum it up. That's much better through the Degners. We are clear. We've run away from Danger Man's car a little bit now, which is kind of what we wanted to do. Ooh, get slowed down here if we can, just about. Didn't want to go all the way back down to first. Again, don't have a race gearbox in this car, so with the manual and clutch, we are having to be a little bit more careful with making sure we get the shifts right. This feels like a very scruffy lap for me. Apparently we're going faster. Doesn't actually feel particularly good in this car. Ninetales' Aston has worked its way up a couple of places. Are we going to be able to get to Stevie? I don't know. Now, I believe Coffee's Honda up there is the lowest PI vehicle in the field. It does have race tyres, but it is down in terms of PI. Gliska is, I say, running away from us, certainly, at the front. I don't know how they're doing compared to the other cars. Looks like there's a little bit of a battle going on up at the front in this one. Can we... There are places where we are reeling in the cars ahead a little bit. Whether we're going... We've only got one more lap to go, so it's going to be difficult. I think it's Longbow leading this little group here. Yeah, we're much faster through that final sector. Funnily enough, when we weren't having to battle one more time around this legendary circuit. Not a track I'm very good at. I do like it. It's a cool track. I'm just not very good at it. Can we do anything about the Audi? We need to have a perfect lap, really, if we are going to. We have had a good start. That's what we would like to see. Can we get close in? No, last time I put it to second didn't quite work, so third gear it'll have to be. There's some dust coming up as Coffee and Ninetales are having a fight through the S's. There's no change of position through that section. Come on, Porsche. We can get the RS5 somewhere around here. Oh, that's a lot of understeer going on there. But sort of to be expected. Alright, slow it down. Let's slow it down. Get it stopped for Degner. Get on the power. We've left Ewan and Danger Man behind. They are definitely not a threat anymore. Oh, almost using the Audi to stop our car down here. Because the Audi is all-wheel drive, so that also has great traction. Lombow's coming under pressure from an Aston Martin now. We have got our power down here on the exit. We've got a good run heading up towards Spoon, but it's not an easy place to pass down here, which I'm not very good at this corner the best of times. Not going to go for an overtake, even if we are starting to be held a little bit by the Audi. Get on that power if we can. We get a good run on the exit. We have got the acceleration on the Audi. It's up to 130R. I want this pass done before the corner, please, and thank you. We do get that. That makes my life a bit easier. Oh, we're on the curb a bit through there, as was Stevie. Get the car stopped for the chicane. Don't throw it away. I'd love to be able to get the S2000 as well. I don't think that's going to happen. S2000 struggles a little bit for traction out there. Oh, we get a bit sideways. I mean, it would be lovely if we had a huge... We should be faster than that Honda in a straight line, but it is not going to be enough. We're not going to be able to beat it across the line. We actually had some quite good pace. We got into the 14s. No one really had an answer. Gliska's 911. Okay, so it's the 911 turbo up the front for Gliska, and Pega's Astra is second fastest lap as well. So lowest PI car, that Astra, but on slicks was mighty quick around there. We had some pace. We had a bad start to the race. That's more on me, more my driving. But yeah. The Porsche actually better than I was worried about it, and it didn't handle as badly as I thought it was going to. Yeah, another good fun sort of battle through the pack. For our third and final race, so we have come to Spa. We are up in S-Class for this one. I am driving a Ferrari Roma. Oh, that's very short gears. Christ. Okay, that's something I did not realise anywhere near as much. So, yeah. Oh, that got a little bit squirrely down there. So I've got some 700 horsepower in this. Oh, Impega is going to get left for dead down here. Impega has slicks on that Supra, but nowhere near the level of power that us lot have got. Oh, my car is sketchy. I'm not on race tyres, and you can tell. Well, we're alongside a Ford GT here, and we're going to go either side of the Supra. Yeah, God, my car it's got full weight reduction. Christ, Longbo's Jag is immensely fast. I have got race brakes, but that's not going to stop me from there. Ewan's gone wide as well. I'm trying to filter back onto the circuit and not gain an advantage. I think a load of us went off there. I haven't driven Spa very much on this game, and this is not the car to suddenly be thrust into Spa with. God. Yeah, a Ferrari with not enough grip, basically. Oh, no. Dear God, it's horrible to drive. I'm having issues. It does have one of the lowest handling stats in the grid, which is... Yeah, it's showing. I'm not going to lie. It is absolutely showing. It's decent, kind of, into the corners. It's if something starts going wrong, it gets absolutely awful. It is just a horrific death trap. The second that you ask a little bit too much of it, it will just try and kill you. So, I'm going to have to be very, very careful with this car. Now, when the tyres warm up, I'm hoping it's going to get better. I mean, the build on this car, outside the fact that it's not on race tyres and doesn't have aero, which is 100% what you would want on this, the build doesn't look terrible. However, to drive, it is... Yeah, this is horrible so far. This is the worst of the three cars I've had in terms of its handling, in terms of its... Well, it's a death trap, really. The Solide is much nicer through the corners than we are. Let's get stopped for this final section. It's a little bit busy up here, as everyone is jostling. The pack's actually surprisingly close together. Oh, my gears are so short as well. Got to try to remember that at some point. We can't just rely on it. Oh, God, poor Impega. Uh-oh. Oh, my brakes aren't great. That is... God, we're going to have a million gears to get it there. Yeah, my brakes are not where I want them to be. Sorry, everyone. That was unfortunate, to say that I'm really scared. I mean, this is a nasty section, a difficult section at the best of times. No, my car is... That is just a death trap going up that section. It starts bouncing around on the suspension through Eau Rouge, and it continues bouncing all the way up to Radion, and he's just gonna... At some point, I'm going in the wall there. Okay, I mean, I got stopped. I wasn't expecting the Supra to be so early on the brakes. I did actually get stopped. That was completely unintentional overtake, because I expected the Supra to be better than me under braking, but it was... Maybe Impega was just playing it safe, which may be honestly not the worst idea. Impega's going to have just the most horrible time, and I've been there before, where you are very fast in the corners, can't use it because a bunch of slow cars are blocking you, and then they absolutely run away from you down the straight. See, Impega just cannot use that corner speed. Gets stuck behind either Blakey's Corvette or Coffey's Lamborghini, and then they're both gone by the time we get to the next corner. We're kind of doing it a little bit to Shadow. Slightly less extreme version to Shadow, though. Come on, Ferrari. It is unbelievably sketchy, this car. So, I mean, Coffey's Lamborghini has got the benefits, of course, all-wheel drive traction and whatnot that we don't have, but it will be very, very heavy. That is the downside. I mean, this Ferrari is 2,900 pounds. It's actually quite light, which I honestly don't think is helping. I think it's making it into even more of a death trap here. We've got the power down coming out of that section. We are going to run past the Lamborghini, although I'm a little bit wary about what's going to happen through here. Don't know how much grip I've got in the Ferrari. Just about a passable amount through that section. Right, on the brakes we go. Oh, sorry, Shadow. That time I was a little bit early, maybe, on the brakes, and we probably scared the crap out of a Celine S1. Come on, Ferrari, find some traction. we're going for it. If in doubt, just spin the wheels up and hope for the best. Right, we're going early on the brakes down here. Oh, Pega is pushing it. I mean, Pega's got to push the absolute limits with that Supra because it is so slow down the straights, and we're about to ruin their day a little bit more because we're going to go ahead and then go very slowly through this section because I cannot go quickly through this section because my car wants to kill me. We are through Eau Rouge, over Radion, onto a straight and running away from a Toyota that's now going to get annoyed by a Lamborghini. Right, I've just got to focus on, I say, hitting my braking points if we can. Corvette's had an off. I was a little early on my brakes actually there. I have no idea where I need to brake with this car, honestly. I've gone from being far too late to far too early. I'm all over the place with it. But we are out the other side of all of that. Up ahead it is Blakey versus Ewan. Liam is leading the way. Not sure what car Liam is driving. Have forgotten immediately. I've got having such a fight with this car. I cannot remember what anybody else is driving. Hello, Toyota. And goodbye, Toyota. We're going to go off down here now. It's fine. Yeah. The Porsche wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is as bad as I feared it might be. It really is just one of the worst cars I've had to race on this game. But we are trying to make the most of it. The thing it's got going for it is it's quite fast down a straight. It's got quite good power to weight ratio. So the acceleration is pretty rapid, which is really saving us. In a lot of these corners, we are absolutely annoying the crap out of Impega, and now we are able to unleash the 700 horsepower from the Ferrari and maybe go chasing after a Corvette. No, not if I do that. Oh, someone's had a big off. Don't know where that car is coming back on. If it's coming back on, I think that might have been Danger Man. Don't know whether they were. That looked like maybe a controller malfunction or something weird. It was a weird accident, which makes me think something else was involved. It didn't look like a normal crash. We are coming out the final corner. Oy. Big slide again from the Ferrari, and Pega right behind us, but then can't do anything because we are out of range by the time we get to turn number 1. We've got a little bit deep this time around. Not too fussed about that. Shadow can have a look. Won't matter too much because we will still have the acceleration to outrun the Celine. I'm definitely going to have more problems, I think, battling with the Celine than I am looking forward in this one. Oh, the car is sat up on the curbs horribly again. It's just moving around again. It just moves around so much on the suspension through that section. Through all of these sections, it's terrifying. Once again, the Celine not quite close enough to take a big look down here. Tries to go around the outside. The Celine is close to... Oh, might get to the inside there. No, not quite. May lose out to the Supra. But the Supra might save me a little bit because it's compromising the Celine. Whoa, Shadow tried. Missed the braking point a little bit there. But yeah, I mean, it's the final lap of the race. You've got to try something. I don't know whether Shadow put a wheel on the grass. There certainly was a wheel on the grass by the end of it. I don't know if that's what started it. But yeah, you've got to try something on the final lap to get past when you're just stuck. So I respect the effort, but it just did not quite come off for that car. We've lost ground to Ewan in all of this. We're not catching the cars ahead, although I'm not surprised, really. This car doesn't deserve much more. I mean, maybe a different driver could extract more out of it. For me, this is just the worst sort of car. It does not suit my driving style whatsoever. Oh, hello, Impega. I know, you've got way more grip than me, way better brakes. This is just where I have to brake for these corners, because my car is not good enough. And then we go bye-bye again. And off down the straight we launch. Pega may fire it into the final couple of corners, because Impega's going to be a lot faster through here than I am, and will be way better under brakes. It's just so far back for the Supra to be able to do anything down here. So yeah, it would be very difficult. If Impega was close enough, I'm sure they would have tried, but it's just difficult to do. Oh, Someone's gone for a spin. There's been an accident up ahead. Rusky is going to, well, push the McLaren across the line. I don't know what happened up there in the final corner. Stevie went round. Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible car to drive. I did not enjoy that. The M3 was surprisingly quick, but an accident dropped it back. The Gliska would take victory. Oh, it was close up at the front, very close up at the front between Gliska, Ninetales, and Liam. Longbow would get up into fourth. I think Longbow had the fastest lap as well from all of that. The Ferrari Roma was not the way to go with this one. I'm gonna tell you that much. That is one of the scariest cars I have had to drive on Forza for a while. But yeah, it looked like an exciting race at the front. We had a fun battle. Well, I say that. We just annoyed Impega and Shadow. So, there we go. That is what happens when you let Forza decide how to upgrade the cars. The Falcon was genuinely not that bad. It was probably along the lines of how I would have built the vehicle. I don't think it's a particularly strong car in that class or for its PI, etc. But it certainly wasn't too bad to drive. I spent most of my time fighting. The Porsche, also pretty respectable. I was worried about the lack of race tyres, but the car came out pretty nice. The Ferrari was horrible. The lack of race tyres was a real killer when you start going into S-Class. I don't know why the game really didn't want to put these cars on race tyres, even though they had lots of PI to be available. A few, as I said, a few did. A few vehicles were getting the racing slicks and whatnot. But yeah, for some reason the auto upgrade really wants to avoid it a lot of the time. Now, it won't do sort of driveline swaps or engine swaps. That's fair enough. But yeah, the lack of the lack of slicks was a curious one. However, yeah, we actually had some interesting racing though out of it, which is always good. Some different cars were fast, and yeah, we had a good time, even if the vehicles were sketchy and odd. But there we go. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.